before you get started, you're going to need a few prerequisites to get this installed. So essentially from end to end, you're going to need 3 tools in my setup. The first will be Ollama. So you're going to want to go and download the proper installation for your setup. So for me, I have Windows. I'm going to install that. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to run through the installation guide with you, but install it locally. It's pretty straightforward. And then you can verify that you have it installed. If you were to say do Ollama, right? When you finish installing, nothing's going to appear on your screen. It is essentially an exe that you run, but you will not see any pop-ups or windows when this actually runs. It just runs in the background, and you can validate that by going to your taskbar, and you'll see a little llama in your taskbar. All right, so from there, we need Docker Desktop. So there's a few ways that Ollama suggests that you, or OpenWebUI suggests running. However, how I've liked running this in the past is containerized within Docker Desktop. You can do it through pip if need be, but I think this is a good way to simplify the installation process and keep it all packaged nicely. So from here, essentially, if you haven't done this before, you can scroll down, download Docker Desktop, select the correct installation for your device. All right, and then last but not least, OpenWebUI is essentially the ChatGPT-like interface that we're going to use to service and connect with our large language models in chat. So if you scroll down on the GitHub page, you will see one you could hypothetically install through pip, but I would suggest doing it through Docker, as you can get a bit more control. And if you were to take this a bit further, you can set up more connections via the Docker files in the back end. Say if you want to just point it to your own database, your own storage, so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is copy that command. Back in our terminal, we'll paste that command. And then just like that, users will take a bit more to run and install, but I already have the files locally, so it's pretty quick. And to validate, we can go to our Docker Desktop app, and we'll see new OpenWebUI. If it's not already running by the time you run that command, within actions, there should be a play button. You can hit play, and it will run it in the back end. I'm just going to double check by clicking on this that it's running. The server has completed startup, so I can now click this localhost at the 3000 port. It's going to open a new window, and great. So you have OpenWebUI running. However, you just need to create a basic admin login, and then you can get yourself going. So after get started, we'll just enter some information. Sign in. This is all locally, so you don't have to worry about your data. Just gonna X out of this. Okay, great. So what you typically see here, you wouldn't, because I have some models installed already. They're populating here, as you can see: Llama 3.2, DeepSeek, Llama 3.2. If this is your first time installing it, you'll most likely see no models. So the way to install a model for the first time, this is typically the first and only time typically, what you're going to do is use command line. So what we're going to do is go to Ollama, and within Ollama they have a models page, and they have different model selections that you can download. So we're going to go with this brand new DeepSeek R1. I'm going to pick probably a 1 billion model just for sake of the tutorial, and then I guess we'll just run with the basic. All right, so once you get to the model tag, you can just see where it says Ollama run. We just grab the model name, and what we're going to do is Ollama poll, which is going to download the model. We paste the model, and just like that, we're done. So if we go back to our OpenWebUI instance, refresh the page, we have a new model, DeepSeek R1 1.5 billion, and we can chat with it. Write me a story. Great. So, and then to take it one step further, you can pull more models just through the UI now. So let's just pick something random. We'll go with this. So back in the OpenWebUI, now since you've already pulled the model through Ollama, if you were to post this, you see the option for pull DeepSeek R1 and 1.5. And so we're going to run that. It's going to download the model in the back end. All right, we'll refresh the page, grab our new model, make a new chat, and write me a story. And there it is. That's how you can get your own local ChatGPT instance in under 5 minutes. I think going forward, we'll look at how we can implement further functionality like document uploads, vector search, RAG, so on and so forth. So stay tuned. Thank you very much, and leave a like if you liked it, and a sub if you loved it. Bye.